Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Lil Smurdy. In this video I'm gonna show you how you can AoE world farm level as a mage from level 60 to level 70. So the first spot we're gonna talk about is in Hellfire Peninsula. So there are a few different spots in Hellfire you can level in, but this spot is really good from 58 to like 62. So as you can see, there's so many mobs around everywhere here, and you can make some really big pulls, and you're never really gonna run out of mobs here because there's just so many mobs. So this is the first spot, guys. The second spot that is also really good in Hellfire Peninsula is right here. Here you can also do some crazy good AoE pulls, and you can choose either this spot or the other spot depending on if it's crowded or not. But as you can see, these mobs are 61 and 62, so I would recommend you to do the other spot first to like 61, 62, and then go here until 63, 64. Because as you can see, there's so many mobs here and you can do really big AoE pulls. And they're gonna respawn until you've killed them all. So this is the other spot in Hellfire Peninsula. From level 62 to 63, this spot in Terokkar Forest is really good. There are so many mobs all around the zone here, so you can just constantly pull and do big AoE pulls constantly. And these mobs also drop some feathers that you can turn in for rep if you're interested in that. If the first spot is crowded, you can also try this spot. This is another camp of the Shinor Talonite, and there are so many mobs here as well, and it's really good. So if you're 62, 63, 64 even, try out either one of these two spots. When you reach 64 to 65, there are a few different spots that you can choose depending on what you like and if the zones are contested or not. So the first spot is located here in Nagrand. The bad part about this place is that there is a lot of caster mobs, but there are quite some melees as well, so if you or know how to deal with the caster ads by interrupting them, using ice block pulls to get them to you and stuff, you can try this spot. It's really good and there's super many mobs here. Between the levels of 63, 64, 65, 66, this spot in Nagrand is really good. It's in Sunspring Post. This spot doesn't have many range mobs and it's just really good to do big AoE pulls. And there are so many mobs here that you will never run out of mobs. This is another spot that you should definitely try, guys. Another spot that you can do when you are like 63, 64, 65 that is a bit easier than the other place in Nagrand is this spot located in Terokkar Forest. All around this place in the gray area. So there is also quite some casters at some places in this spot, but overall all these birds and the scorpions is really good to make big AoE pulls. This spot is also really good if you want to AoE level as a fire mage. From 66 to 70, this spot in Netherstorm is really good. This is where I leveled a few levels, and the reason for it is because you can do such massive pulls that is just insane. And there are so many mobs here, like all these mobs, they're so good and not a single one is a caster. And if you done with all these mobs, you can make your way down here and just continue to make such big pulls. So you will never ever really run out of mobs. The problem about this place is that it usually is quite contested. But this is one of the spots that you can start by doing at level 66. If you want to try a different spot between the levels of 68 to 70, you should try this spot in Shadowmoon Valley. So you can start by pulling all of these different Sun Fury mobs here, and then you can make your way up and pull all around this entire zone here. All these mobs are really good for AoE leveling, but if you're doing this place, you need to care for this elite, because he will kill you. If you really want to speed level, I would recommend you to start doing Utgard Keep from level 66 if you feel comfortable doing it. If you have any issues with it, you should continue to do world AoE farming until like 68, 69 or even 70, and then you should go back and try Utgard Keep solo again. So if you want to know how to do, or basically how to solo Utgard Keep, I'm gonna drop a link in the description and you can learn on how to do the Utgard Keep solo pulls for some crazy, insane speed leveling. That was all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that type of shit. It really helps me a lot and I really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions of another zones or anything else, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.